Hey everyone, in this video we're going to learn how to create a very simple image gallery in Animate CC. This also works for Adobe Flash if you have that. For this project we're going to use ActionScript 3 only. So if you have a document that is created in ActionScript 2, if you have the older versions of Flash, then these scripts won't work. You have to be careful that when you start your project, make sure that you choose ActionScript 3. So let's make sure that we start with ActionScript 3 because we're going to write all the action scripts in script 3. And you also need to prepare your pictures before you start with working in Flash. So I have these 4 pictures here. So we have different types of fishes. And you also need to make sure that the dimensions of each of these pictures are the same. So in my case, it is 600 pixels by 400 pixels. And all of them are in 600 by 400. Now, if we have 600 by 400, then we also need to make sure that our drawing area is bigger enough to accommodate that picture. If I look at my properties down here in the properties section, you will see that we have 550 pixels width and 400 pixels height, which is not suitable for us. So because we have 600 pixels wide picture, let's increase the width to something like 800 so that we will have maybe 100 pixels this side and 100 pixels that side. Also, I'm going to make this height to be more, so we can make it something like 600. Now that we have made it bigger, let's see the entire drawing area by going up here and choosing Fit in Window. Great. So let's first create a simple background color. So I'm going to take a rectangle tool and I'm going to draw from top left to the bottom right. Okay. I don't need this border, so I can actually select the border and delete it. Now, next thing that I want to do is I want to bring in these pictures. So to do that, let me just take a new layer and I can name this layer as BG for background. In the next layer, I'm going to bring these pictures. So all I'm going to do is just click and drag the first picture and drop it right in the middle. And you will see that it actually places exactly in the center, which is great. Now I need to bring the second picture. For that, I will create a blank keyframe in the frame number 2. And I will bring the second picture. I will repeat this step for the third picture and the fourth picture. So let's right click and choose Insert Blank Keyframe. I'm going to bring in the third picture. One more time, right click, Insert Blank Keyframe, bring in the fourth picture. Great. So now you can see that the background that we created does not show here. That is because we are in frame number 2, 3, 4, which does not have any content there. So I'll go to the last frame, right click and choose Insert Frame. We can also press F5 as the shortcut key. Great. So let's just lock these 2 layers. We're going to create the third layer. Okay, I'm going to name this as Images. And I will take the third layer. And here I will create the buttons. So to create the buttons, I'm going to make them look like an arrow towards each direction. I'm taking the rectangle tool. I'll change the color to something else. So let's say green should be fine, I guess. Okay, and I'm going to make this look like an arrow, so I will choose the selection tool, click in this corner, and then drag it down. I will do the same thing for this one to go up. Okay, so it looks like a direction that says that's pointing towards this side. Okay, so now I'm going to convert this into a button. So right click and choose Convert to Symbol, or you can go to Modify and choose Convert to Symbol, or you can use the F8 shortcut key. This is going to be a button. I'm going to say arrow. I'm not mentioning this as left or right because I'm going to use the same button for both the sides. I'm going to change the registration point to the center because we have to rotate this to take it to the other side. Click OK. So we have made the button here. Next thing that I want to do is just create another instance of the same button and put it here. I'm going to rotate this using the free transform tool. Rotate 180 degrees. So it's the same button, but we have 2 instances now. because we have two instances, I can give two instance names for these to call them. So this is going to be called as btnRight. Now keep in mind, you have to make sure that you don't leave any space here, because this is going to be a name that we will use from ActionScript. If you want to separate with space, you can also give underscore. I'm just going to leave it as it is, and this is a naming style that I always use. Okay, so I start the first word completely in small letter, and the second word's first letter will be capital letter. So this is a style that I use. You can use any style that you like, and always better to give a little prefix so that you know what type of symbol it is. For button, I write btn. For movie clips, I write MC, and for graphic, we can write GR. Right? So this is the right button, and I will do the same thing for the left button. So I select this, go here, btn L capital EF T left. So button left and button right. So now the last step, that we need to create the action scripts. I'm going to double click on this and name this as buttons. Okay, and now we'll create a new layer, and this is going to be called as action script or actions. Let's go to the first frame, right click here and choose actions. So that opens up the action script. Let's go ahead and test what we have now so far. If I press Control Enter, you'll see that it cycles through all the pictures very fast, and we don't have any interaction here also. Okay, so just to make it a little fancy, I'm just going to add one more little thing. I'll go inside this button and add these over and down states. So right click, insert keyframe, and this is going to be, let's say, a different color. So let's say light green. Okay, and for down, insert keyframe, and I will make it a bit smaller. I'm holding the shift key and making it a bit smaller. Okay, so let's go back. Now let's try, test it out. Okay, that looks good. And you'll notice that because it's the same symbol, it works for both of them. Great. So now let's go ahead and start writing the action script. So right click and go to actions. First thing that I'm going to write is stop. S-T-O-P, open bracket, close bracket, semicolon. Press Control Enter, and it stops at the frame number 1, which is great. So now what we need is, when I click on this button, I want this picture to go to the next, or to show the next picture and hide this. Basically what we need to do is we need to go to the next frame, so that will show the second picture. To do that, we need to create something called a function. Okay, so let's write a function, F-U-N-C-T-I-O-N, function, and we need to give a name for this function. We're going to call this as F1. Okay, and now when this function should happen, it should happen with a mouse event. Okay, so we're going to write event event colon and then mouse event, so mouse event. Okay, and this is not going to return any value, so we will just make it as void. Let's open bracket, and Flash automatically closes the bracket. Flash means animate. Okay, so inside these brackets, I'm gonna say next frame, open bracket, close bracket. One more thing, don't worry about typing all this action script. I will give the action script in the description, so you can simply copy that and paste it into your project. Okay, so next thing that we want to do is, so we have written a function. So this function is going to go to the next frame, that's all. And this will happen with a mouse event. And now I have to say for which mouse event. Okay, so that's going to be for the right button. So we're going to write the name of the button, which is btnRight.addEventListener, and for this button we have to add an event listener. So we have a function here, and this function has to happen with a certain event, and that event will be listened by this event listener. So we've written the name of the button and then dot add event. Now keep in mind, you need to be very clear on the spelling that you're giving. Okay, if there's a spelling mistake, for example, if I just ignore this N, then it won't work. Okay, so make sure that you write the ActionScript's codes exactly as it should be. Okay, so this is going to be a MouseEvent, MouseEvent, EVENT, and then this MouseEvent is going to be click. So when I click the mouse, we want these actions to happen. So let's say CLICK and then comma, and here we have to write which function we want to call. Okay, so that's going to be F1. This is the function name here. Great, so let's close the bracket and give semicolon. So that's our action script for going to the next frame or next picture. Let's try it out. Press Ctrl Enter and it shows the first picture. If I click on this button, you see it goes to the next picture. If I click on it again, it goes to the next picture. If I click on this again, it goes to the next picture. And then beyond that, there's no frame, so it does not go anywhere. Great. So one cool thing that we noticed is we just created one action script for all these buttons. Okay, and also we just have one set of buttons and they are also working on the other frames because we have the content of this keyframe visible in all these other frames. So next thing that we want to do is we will repeat the same step for the left button. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just copy this whole thing, copy and paste. Okay, so this time instead of right button, it's going to be left. And we also need to change or create a new function that is going to be function 2, or we can even write a full name if you want. Any name that is understandable for you. Let's say go to the previous frame. Okay, try to keep it small as possible, but if you want to give a long function name also, you can do that, no problem. But make sure that you give the same exact spelling here also. Go to the previous frame. Okay, so this one and this one has to be the exact same for this to work. Okay, and here instead of next frame, we have to say PREV frame, so previous frame. That's it. So let's press Ctrl Enter. So this one goes to the next and this one goes to the previous ones. Next, previous, next, previous, next, previous, previous, next, previous, next. And when it reaches the end, it does not do anything, it just stops. So if you want, you can just add a little bit of comment here in the first frame and the last frame saying that the slideshow ends or something like that. So this completes this tutorial on creating a simple image gallery with 2 button navigations.